Hello there, Dr. James Sato. Thank you for coming. Do you need a few minutes to settle down for the interview?
No, I am okay, Mrs. Wong. I am happy to do this interview with you. I want people to know what happened to my generation. And you can call me James or Mr. Sato, whatever you want.
Okay, Mr. Sato. And you don't have to call me Mrs. Wong. Please call me Heather. Anyways, Mr. Sato, how's about if you start from the beginning? I'll take notes along the way if I need to, and then when I get the article written, I will mail you copies.
That would be great, Heather. Well, for starters, I was born on the Big Island of Hawaii in 1921. My parents came to Hawaii from Japan a few years before that. Like most Japanese in Hawaii, they were recruited from the Hiroshima region and brought to Hawaii to work on a sugarcane plantation. I grew up like any other immigrant kid. I went to a plantation school that didn't really teach much, but I didn't care at the time. I went to the beach a lot and enjoyed life. After I finished school, I went to work in the pineapple fields. I actually met my wife in the pineapple fields, and we are still happily married to this day.
That is really nice.
Yes, it is. Anyways, after Pearl Harbor was bombed in 1941, things changed for me and for my Japanese people in Hawaii. Some people were nice to us, but some people treated us bad. My parents' house was vandalized and bad racial remarks were painted on it. This also happened to some of our Japanese relatives and neighbors. I was so sad. Then about a month after Pearl Harbor was bombed, the army came to my house and took my parents away. We didn't know where they were taken for over a month. The army took them to an internment camp in California and said they were spies. I know this was a lie because my parents were loyal Americans and had nothing to do with Japan. I was constantly worried about them. My brother, sister and me stayed with my uncle and auntie during that time, and we prayed to God that our parents were safe. Finally, I found out that they were taken to an internment camp in California. They were listed as the enemy. This made me angry.
Wow, that sounds really sad. Please continue.
Well, a couple of years passed and my anger subsided. I joined the United States Army in the winter of 1943 and was assigned to the 442nd Japanese American Army Unit. I was sent to boot camp and then sent to Europe during World War II. It wasn't easy, but we did what we had to do. I served in Italy and France and got a Purple Heart. I almost died in France, but I survived. I remember a memory of a field army medic named Robert Honda. Without his knowledge, I don't think I would be here. Because of him, I decided to pursue medicine. After I came back to Hawaii, I used the GI Bill to go to school at the University of Hawaii and became a general surgeon. I was a surgeon for over 30 years, then I retired. I tried to get my children into medicine, but they pursued other careers. After I retired, I became really active in a 442nd club, but unfortunately, many of us are passing away from old age. It makes me sad.
Wow, Mr. Sato, that is interesting. Let me ask you this question. Why did you join the U.S. Army even though your parents were taken into an internment camp and treated like the enemy?
Well, Heather, even though the United States government treated Japanese Americans very badly during World War II, we all felt like we were Americans and that we had to prove that. But if the government put a race of people or even a large segment of the population into internment camps today, I don't know if people would react the same way as we did.
You make a good point, Mr. Sato. If the government did the same thing today in America, I don't think it would be the same. I sure hope the government would not do this. But sometimes, you never know. The government is capable of anything. I just hope we learn from history and never have internment camps in America ever again.
Yes, I agree 100%. Anyways, I have to go home and take my wife to a doctor's appointment. It was really nice to talk to you. Have a good day, Heather. God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Sato. I will contact you as I said I would. Take care of yourself and your family. Goodbye.
Thank you, Heather. You take care as well. Goodbye.